YouTube, happy Friday night. What's going on, diecast enthusiasts? Heavy Metal 164, bringing you another video of some more traditional domestic castings. Looking here at a regular and chase of this International Scout 2 from Johnny Lightning. We've got the White Lightning, and we have the base version with the Hot Wheel tire swap. Which, believe me, well, you don't have to take my word for it. You can draw your own opinion about it. I think it looks quite a bit better with the Hot Wheels tires. It just fills in the gap much better. So these are some International Scouts. I mean, just look at that with those Hot Wheel tires. Not a wheel swap, just a tire swap. And I took the tires that were on this, which are the same size as the white ones here. Same tread pattern, just black. And I put them on a Matchbox FJ Land Cruiser, and it rolls perfect. Because if you put these on that Matchbox, they get log jammed. They don't roll. So it was a great switch because this looks 100 times better and rolls great, and then the FJ looks 100 times better and rolls great. So pretty cool car here. This is a, I think it's a Tomy era, or yeah, Tomy era release. What else do we got here? Here's one I just recently acquired. Another awesome International. These all have opening hoods. It opens Corvette style. Very, very cool. In black. This one just plastic tires. That's okay. And then the latest release is this guy right here, which is an amazing casting. And I got lucky today. First time I've seen him in the wild. Actually, second time. I did find... Champion DJK sent me this one. And then I was able to find one in the wild. So I have one loose, one on card. I'm going to do the same thing here with this butter pecan colored version. Which one of these should I keep on the card? It's always tough, you know. You don't want to make the wrong choice on it. Yeah, that one looks good. That one looks good for the card. This one looks good for the loosey-goosey collection. Ah, they're so beautiful. I love them. I love four-wheel drive diecast. This is amazing. The details on the lighter color show through so much better, in my humbled opinion. Now, because of the thick coat of paint, the hood doesn't want to open. I'm sure I could force it, but I'm not real worried about it. So I'll take this guy off. Take a look at this color. That is awesome because it has like a wood grain type of a look to it. And in case you're wondering, here's what the engine looks like. It's going to look the same on the white one. Really nice detail in there. Pretty cool. What really stands out, though, to me on this casting is these wheels. They are... Let's see if we can get this to stop. Are those the nicest die-cast replica steel wheels that we've seen? I'm not sure, but they are definitely on the short list. Those are amazing. So just an awesome piece. I mean, all your trim is detailed. All the glass, chrome trim is detailed. You have your brake lights, indicators, and reverse lights here on the back with the license plate and the Scout 2 International emblem. The little handles detailed. Let's take a look at this. It's just awesome. There's a small flaw right there at the tampo above that rear tire. Not a big deal. Small paint flaw up here. Not a big deal. These things are very hard to notice with the naked eye. But the grille detail, I just love these wheels. The wheels and tires do it for me. Now, I would love to see them put this out on a lift again with the raised suspension, something like this, but maybe a little bit better. Don't know if we'll see that or not, but I wouldn't be surprised if Johnny Lightning did some kind of an off-road series. One thing with this casting, this is cool too, how it has the rack on it, but one thing you do have to be careful of is that this entire top is a separate piece, and it won't take much for it to pop off. So you do have to treat this die cast with care. But with that said, with knowing that this is a separate piece, look at how well that lines up, and the seam is just very, very well hidden. It's just awesome. If I find another one in either of these colors, I might open it and pop the top off. Thinking about doing that with one of the Racing Champions Ford Broncos as well. But that is just a cool piece. So wanted to show that. And just for grins, I want to open another one of these. I know I don't do a lot of Hot Wheels stuff, but I found a few of these when I was out on the road in a small town, because these cars all got scalped up in my area. The Hondas and the Skylines were gone. And I have to say, this one, again, in my humbled opinion, is a nicer car than the pink one. I know the ladies out there are going to disagree. My daughter's going to disagree. Look at that detail. It's just awesome looking. The only thing it's missing is the back end detail. And I know that it's a black car, so my camera will throw a fit about focusing on it. But we're going to try it anyways. Look at that. That looks great. That looks actually amazing for a $1 car. That looks really, really good. Is this a Junimai casting, or is this I don't know. Whoever did it nailed it. That looks sick. And I do have a couple extras, so if any of you need one, could I think Ronan Show, DM me, Ronan. We'll work something out. So anyways, the rest of this video, I think I'm gonna try and have it be the precursor to what's coming on my channel, because the amount of diecast acquisitions is going to be scaled back, and because of that, the amount of new content is going to be scaled back. But I think I have enough content that I could retread some of it and kind of feature stuff in different ways. Here's another find from tonight. Those of you that follow me on Instagram already saw this. Wouldn't have been my first choice from the Blue Collar Series 2. Wouldn't have been my first choice to find. Actually, I think it'd probably be my last choice out of this 6-car set. I would rather have the D200. I would rather have the F100. Yeah, I'd rather have all of these. But, oh well, you know, it's just lucky to find one. Look at the number on it. Very low. Number 6. So that's really cool there. Don't know what I'm going to do with it. If I keep it, I'll probably open it. It's not going to be a valuable green machine. I doubt I could get 20 bucks for it. But I wanted to show some Greenlight cars because I think I might be recapping some Greenlight stuff here in the next coming months. So start the rest of this video with this from, I don't know if this was Country Roads or County Roads. This came out right around the time where they changed it from County Roads to Country Roads. But this is a sick little Bronco. It's actually gotten kind of hard to find. I think you can still pick it up on eBay, but it's not nearly as available as it once was. But look at those wheels. Those are prototypical wheels on this car. And so Greenlight does do prototypical wheels a lot of times, not always. But I just love this car. I love the color. Pretty sure that that's an actual color that these were available in back in the late 60s, early 70s. I really wish they would make one of these with the spare tire on the rear quarter panel. I think that would be cool. Kind of like the Johnny Lightning Jeep. But look at the wiper blades, everything. Just awesome. This is another one where the top is a separate piece, so you got to be careful with these. The Bronco from my Lost movie reel. The top is kind of loose on it. But yeah, cool car. I like it. I have quite a few of those Broncos, and this one is one of my favorites. Let's take a look at this. This was a set, a 6-car set that actually wasn't really produced in very high numbers by today's Greenlight standards. I guess the measuring stick is about 10,000 units. That's kind of the baseline, and pretty much any Greenlight Hollywood is going to be produced at 10,000 or higher because that's where the demand is. But what I'm seeing is that a lot of the other releases, like Hot Pursuit, Country Roads, they're not as desirable. They don't sell like the Hollywoods do. The major retail stores across the country aren't buying them like they're buying the Hollywood cars because they're not selling like the Hollywood cars. They'll hang on the pegs. So because of that, Greenlight, well, they make these cars, they produce them based on demand, and that is why the Hollywood cars are made at a 2-to-1 or maybe even a 3-to-1 clip to all the other series that come out, whether it's Hot Pursuit or Country Roads or Black Bandit or some of these new ones like Blue Collar or this Barrett Jackson. I think these were in the 4,000s for production. So pretty rare. You can come across them, and even if you can't, they're on eBay. You can probably get one of these under $10 delivered to your house, which I think is a steal because they're really pretty limited. They're about as limited as Redline Club cars. So, and they're awesome. You know, this is one of those series that Greenlight killed it on. This Yanko Copo Chevelle is sick. And I think, going to be doing a Greenlight Chevelle video coming up, because with the green machines that I have, I think over 20 of them, and I don't think any of those are duplicates. So, and there are different castings from the 68 to the 72. The grills are different. The back ends with the brake lights are different. So there are some cool differences and some really cool releases of that casting. Let's take a look at this one. These have been sitting out, so they're a little bit dusty. This one, actually, these next few might be kind of hard to see just because of the camera, but they are just awesome looking cars, so I wanted to bring them out just to see if we could even do it. But this is a Chevy Monte Carlo SS from the Black Bandit series. It's a stunner. This car was like the perfect car for the Black Bandit series. Now I still want to get the I think it was like a hobby exclusive Monte Carlo release. That one looked really good. Another one that looked really good was the first cut. So those are a couple that I'd like to pick up. I have the Breaking Bad, which is a modified Monte Carlo, and I'm not big on it. It has the little 100-spoke Daytons on it, which I don't know. They did a really poor job on the white wall tires on it, and I don't know. It's all right. I love the show, so I got to get it because I love the show. But I think from a diecast standpoint, this is a much nicer version of the car. So that is your Chevy Monte Carlo SS. This next one is what I would call a sleeper car. I don't think a lot of people know about this car. I think in my 600 car Greenlight collection that this next one is the absolute only one that I have that has a painted base. Pretty sure none of the others have that. This, while you look at it, you say, well, that's a Black Bandit. And in actuality, it's not. It's a Hollywood series. And I think it was Series 5, Hollywood Series 5, maybe? It's an older one. You can always tell with that green post, which this one doesn't have. That's interesting because 2012. The chassis has a 2010 copyright date, and then the copyright itself on the car from the studio is 2012. But from Men in Black, I'm not sure which Men in Black movie it was, but this is the Ford Taurus SHO, and it is black on black on black on black on black. So you've got the gloss black paint, you've got the black interior, the black wheels, the blacked out headlights and tail lights, the grill. Everything on this car is murdered out. It is sick. It is probably the most murdered out car that I have, and I do have quite a few. I think really the only other murdered out cars I have in this scale that I think are this nice, I have a couple other Greenlights, Black Bandits. I've got a really nice Chevelle primer, black primer car. And then the M2 Frozen Black Pearls, those look really good. But outside of those, there really aren't a lot of murdered out cars in this scale that I think look great. You know, it's a hard scale for black because it totally drowns out all the detail of the car. I have some Kyoshos. I have a Ferrari 599 that's black that is sick. And I've got a Tamiya Toyota Supra that's murdered out and it looks sick. But in this scale, it's just hard because the dark color just hides everything. But this car here is unique because of the blacked out headlights and taillights. I don't think I have any other car in my entire collection. My premium diecast collection, counting Greenlight, Auto World M2, Kyosho, Tomica Limited Vintage, Konami, all the premium brands, probably a couple thousand, and I don't think any other car has blacked out headlights and taillights. So it's very unique in that way, and I think it's awesome. So wanted to show that. It's a sleeper car because it's just a really cool car, and I think it was kind of overlooked or forgotten about. The next car here is another really cool car. This one's a tough one to find. It's not a car that you're going to find on eBay. Well, maybe you will, but you're not going to find it by itself. It comes in a 3-pack. Look at that engine. There was someone on there selling it for like $22 or something like that, loose. And it's from a Pep Boys 3-pack from the Speed Shop. Really, really cool car. I like the color combination on it. I don't remember number 381. What's the date on this? This Pep Boys 3-pack is actually really difficult to find. 2012. It's a really tough 3-pack to find. It was only sold at Pep Boys stores, and I think it was like 2,500 of them made. I was lucky. I went in and I just found these maybe a year ago. I found 2 3-packs. I bought both of them. The guy marked them down from like $25 to $12 because the one of them, the window was completely, the little plastic window was completely busted out. So he's like, oh, they'll do 60% off if you take it. And I was like, yeah, for that I can take it. The other one, he only gave me like a 20% discount because the box was in pretty good shape. I ended up trading that for 3 Hollywood Green machines, which I thought was a pretty good deal. So, but I haven't seen any since then, and I've been to quite a few different Pep Boys. So it's a tough one to find, but a really cool one when you find it. So the last car that I'm going to show in this video, everybody's favorites. I've actually had requests from people to show this car, and I haven't shown it in a long time. It's maybe my favorite Greenlight car in my collection. It's another one that's really difficult to come by. I think it was limited to 2,500. There's a possibility that there's going to be more of these coming out in different releases. But this is the exclusive release. A lot of you, I don't know if you know or not, but you as a person, or let's say you own a business, as a person or a business owner, you can contact Greenlight and have them custom make you a diecast car with whatever logo or graphics you want on it. Now there is a minimum. You have to buy a minimum, and it's a lot, so it's not cheap to do. But anybody can go and commission Greenlight to do that, and that's why on the secondary market from time to time, you'll see some extremely exclusive Greenlight cars that you never thought were out there because they were never officially publicly released. But anyway, so that's what is going on with this is from the television show, Greenlight was commissioned to produce this. So probably my prized possession in my Greenlight collection. Only other Greenlight car that I have that I think is as hot of a piece or as desirable is the the Series 8 Talladega Nights Green Machine. It's the only other, I think that one and this one are probably the two Greenlight cars that I have that that are the most popular. Now there have been some really cool videos. Joe Motor did a review video on this truck, like, God, I think it's probably been 2 years now. Really good review, and he's got a really high quality camera, so he gets really up close with it and covers all the detail, because there's a lot of really cool detail on this truck. Let's see if maybe I can show a little bit of it. Like, first of all, the wheels on it are awesome. I don't recall seeing these wheels on any other Greenlight Chevy C10, but I mean, you have the handprint there on the rear quarter panel. On the window on the camper, you have a small American flag. What does that say? Love animals or something like that. Beware of dog. You can see all the rust on the bottom. All the molding is ripped off. There's a rag coming out of the gas cap. Just an awesome piece with the detail. Farm truck there right on the front. That's how you can always tell if it's a real one or a fake one, because I think there are fakes of these, people that do them as customs. Just look at the farm truck on the front, because that's a really hard thing to replicate. It can be replicated, so you still have to be careful. But that's one surefire way to tell if it's a custom or if it's authentic. But yeah, just an awesome piece. And then you've got the license plate. The Z's, as in, you know, snoring, sleeping. I guess they call this truck the Sleeper. Look at those taillights. That is some cool detail right there. So anyways, just wanted to show that. Really cool truck from Greenlight. It's a tough one to find. You used to be able to get it on the... You used to be able to order it right off the Farmtruck website. It was $25. I don't know if you still can. I got mine in a... Where did I get mine? I think I might have got it in a trade from somebody. But when I got it, I had been looking for it for a while, because when I got this, the Farmtruck website was sold out, and they said that that they were getting more, but that they were out, and I kept going back, and it was still sold out, and there weren't any on eBay. And finally, another collector in one of the Facebook groups posted it up, and we hammered out a trade. So I was pretty happy about that. But yeah, it's one of those cars. I have a small, I have a large collection, but I would say a small number of cars in my collection that I look at and say, you know, that's a car that'll never leave my collection. And this is one of those cars that'll never leave. So, and not because it has anything to do with the show, because honestly, I don't watch the show. I really couldn't care less. I just think it's a really cool casting, and the fact that it's a pretty exclusive, pretty hard to come by casting adds to it to me. I do enjoy the lower production stuff that's harder to find. I enjoy collecting that type of stuff more so than the stuff that's available at every Walmart hanging on the pegs. So that's it. That's the video. I'm gonna go. My wife and I are binge watching The Keepers. We're on the last one, so it's gonna be an interesting episode. We'll see what happens with it. But anyways, you all have a good weekend. I'll try to come back tomorrow or Sunday with some other stuff, and I'll talk at you guys then, I guess. So have a good night.